Yo, what is up, guys? It's John. I'm back again with another MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty video. Today, we are going to be going over the ball player. So, the ball player is a very controversial player in MLB The Show. I'm team pro cap because, well, using the cap. So, if they took that out of the game, I would be happy. But if they're going to have it in the game, to have the best competitive advantage, I'm going to use the cap in one of the weakest positions. Your opinion might disagree with mine, but if it's in the game and other people can use it and I can get cheesed by it, I'm going to use a maxed out hitter if I can. Again, I would love for it to get taken out of the game, but it is what it is. I don't make the decisions. San Diego Studio does. So I'm just going to show you builds I recommend and how to grind for the cap easier. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. So for this, I'm going to pretend like I've never done this before. So how you do this is you download a roster and then you're going to make a Road to the Show save. So to do this, you have to go Vaults. You have to push R1 on PlayStation to go to roster. Then you push square to search, sort, and I go by download. So if you go left to one, you'll go by downloads, descending. Then you should come on screen like this. For me, I use Road to the Show XP Grind Detroit. You would download this roster just like that, but I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to download it. But you would download the roster, and then to double check that, you can go to File Management, Load, Rosters, Save Rosters, and it should be there. Once you have that downloaded roster, you go to Road to the Show. For me, I have to push square because I already have Road to the Show players. For that, start new. You will set up the new ball player. So for me, I have these ball players already set, but we're just going to create new just for example purposes. So for this, you're going to want to pick position player. I'm going to show you position player builds. I'm working on a pitcher build, even though I highly doubt I'm going to use it. It's just a great XP grind. So for this next program coming up, if you want to get some easy XP, this will be a great way to do it also. So position player, I'm just going to pick power. I think power is the best one to pick. And then this is where it's changed from years prior. So whatever position you choose here is the only position your cap can play in Diamond Dynasty, to my knowledge. So I pick catcher for mine, but let's say second base is a troubled position. So I would pick second base because it's such a shallow position. So, and I'll finish and go to appearance. This does not matter. You can make them however you want. I'm just going to finish and accept. And then once you're in this screen, you back out. And then this is the big thing, roster selection. So use current rosters, use default rosters, and you load saved rosters. You're going to want to load save rosters and load into this grinding Detroit. And then you can skip this screen unless you want to watch it. It's up to you. And the main idea for this is you're going to play on the Tigers on beginner mode from what, so like on this you go no, not really, or there is one team I've heard from more than a couple times. They're gonna do any kind of iteration and it's no, you want to be an AL Central team, and then you say I want to play for the Detroit Tigers. And that is the biggest thing on this, because if you're on any other team, how this roster is set up is the Detroit Tigers, I think it's Bob Random, they named all the players, and they're all 99 overalls. And every other player is Joe Random, and they're all 1 overalls. So every game, you're only playing 1 overalls with no arm strength, no speed, and pitchers with no hits or Ks per 9. And then if you play on beginner, the ball is going to be right down the middle, and you're going to get all the double or the extra base hits, plate appearances, and all that to make progressing through your Diamond Dynasty player that much faster. And while you're doing so, you get a plus with the XP you earn. So let's say I've had games go up to hundreds of runs to 0, and I'm getting 30 at-bats. 30 extra base hits gets through the program faster. So once you get put on the Tigers, sorry, I have a PlayStation 4, so it takes an hour for it to load up anything. I'm very jealous of all you guys with the PS5s, and I guess with the new 120 hertz monitors. But anyways, once you're here, you should be able to check out the players on your team. So as you see, Bob Random maxed out 99 overalls. And if I L3 or R3 and move my right stick to other teams. Oh, actually, I want to R2, sorry. And this is the Royals, all zeros. And then all their pitchers, zeros. So pretty much the Tigers team is maxed out. And then for setting it up also, you go to settings, gameplay, and you play beginner. For that, you get pitches down the middle, and it makes grinding XP right off the bat. And that is how you set up the roster control to make the ball player. So now that I showed you that, I'm going to show you the build I recommend the most. So for this, I have to go up to my ball player, the one we just made, and I want to change. And I called it Oof Caps. So I have Field Cap and Slappy Boy, that's a contact cap, and Field Cap is the fielding archetype. So I grinded through all three of them for the XP to finish the face of the franchise program faster. So I recommend using the Duke. With the Duke, you are getting power, contact, and the fielding is good. So you plus 35 for contact and plus 42 for power. You have serviceable speed and great arm strength. And then with the perks, you can boost that even further. I'm also going to show you guys the equipment I use for this build to not break the bank. So I use these gold glasses, and you can pause the video and write these down. I'm just going to go through quick. I don't use a catcher mask. I use the gold. Oh, I clicked that twice. Elbow guard. Glove for the max fielding. I'm pretty sure that gets me up to bronze fielding. And I have my player as a catcher. And I wish I had him as a second baseman right now, because that's the weakest position. So just going through this equipment. I don't have a wrist guard. Ritual, I have plus 4 contact. Obviously, legendary call would be better. This is just the equipment that gets by. So you saw the equipment. It's a lot of budget equipment. And then you get these perks while playing. And you're also going to get stubs while playing. So actually, while I'm in there, I'll just show you quickly through the program. So for me, I ended up stopping at 90 because you can get these diamond equipment packs, which sell for tens of thousands of stubs. And you also get this XP, which I'm saving for this new program coming up to hopefully finish it a lot faster. And again, missions, it's plate appearances. I have all my fielding opportunities turned off and base running opportunities turned off, so I'll never get a put out, assist, or stolen base. But as you can see, extra base hits, and plate appearances. If you get 30 plate appearances in a game, you're going to get the 3. I'm assuming you're going to get 15 hits because the fastball, it's just fastballs down the middle at 85 miles per hour. You can get 9 reward points per game at minimum, and the games are only taking 5 minutes. So now that I showed you that, so the Duke is a power archetype. Out of the 3, the Showboat, the Anomaly, I recommend the Duke. I think that's the best build you can use. Now that I showed, I didn't want Field Cap. Now, after the Duke, I would recommend the Slappy Boy or the Contact build. For that, I would recommend the Tool Shed. It just pretty much has elevations in contact. I can just show it. 42 contact, 32 power. It's pretty much the opposite of the Duke, but it just has slightly better fielding for my knowledge. So you can use him at a second base, shortstop, that kind of stuff if you want better fielding. But anyways, I recommend the Duke just because of the hitting right now, and at catcher, I've literally had no problems with him. So I would go for it if you're going to go this route. But I'm going to show you the stats of him. So for that, if I want to show the stats, you have to go to Diamond Dynasty and you can do play versus CPU. You just have to make sure he's in the team. And if you want a glitch to get pitchers like Shohei in your lineup, you can have your cap as an outfielder, and if you end up taking your cap out, it's going to get auto-filled with your best player. So for me, that's Michael Young. So if I do ball player and I put in the Duke Oof Caps. So as you can see, stat-wise, I only have 46, 42. This isn't even a maxed out contact or maxed out ball player whatsoever. And we are looking at And we are looking at 105, 104 against righties, 107 against lefties, 75 speed, 60 fielding, and 91 arm strength with a non-maxed out cap. Without the main equipment also. So like I said, if you want to make XP, earn stubs easily with a mindless grind, I usually did this when I was working on homework or reading a chapter. All I had to do was peek at the screen and push X every 3 pitches. It's just a very efficient way to do it. Obviously, you don't have to use them in Diamond Dynasty if you don't want to, but for the best competitive advantage, I do use a cap, and I will say again, I wish it wasn't in the game, but it is. And if other people can use it, I'm going to use it. But anyways, I think the caps are overpowered. So if you want a good player, a 99 overall player with maybe 3-4 hours of mindless grinding that you can do other stuff, you can watch Netflix, you can do whatever you want. Like I said, I did homework and got it done, and it was easy stubs, to be honest. Overall, I was doing it for the stubs and also the player. But yeah, that is how you create a roster to do the cap grinding. For right now, as of April 26th, this works. I don't know how it will be in the future. I can put an update in the description box below if it gets changed or anything like that. But for my knowledge right now, it works. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to help. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on caps, because I know that is a very controversial topic in the Diamond Dynasty community. But as always, it's my opinion. I'm more than happy to discuss it further. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.